This is J. Krishnamurti's sixth discussion with students at Rishi Valley, 1978.
I can't see you over there. Come out here. Those who are sitting on the ground, I can't see. Come out here, some of you. That's right, so come on, lean against there. Come over here. Look, there's plenty of room. I can't see you, sir. Come over here. I can see you, but the ones that are sitting... That's here. Look. Now, what shall we talk about?
What is love, sir?
Huh?
What is love?
Love.
What is love? What is love?
What do you think it is? First of all, how will you find out?
You must love, sir, to know what love is.
Huh?
You must love to know what love is.
Yes, but what do you mean by love?
Is it something that can be defined?
What?
Can you define it?
Why not? Let's find out. Before you ask,
A relationship where you expect no return.
You pardon?
A relationship where you expect no return.
Now, before we ask that question, what love is, what are you interested in? All of you. What is your main interest? You look better. What is it you want to do in life? How old are you, most of you? 17, 18, 19.
No, 17 and 16.
Huh?
16 and 17.
16 and 17. What are you interested in? And what are you going to do? I suppose girls will get married inevitably and settle down, is that it? What is it that really deeply interests you? And then perhaps, if we can find that out, we can then proceed to investigate what love is. Right?
So I think most people are interested in security.
In?
Search security.
Security.
So they search for it through physical means.
So
Job, money.
You want security. What do you mean by that? Money?
Yeah, physical, material security.
Material security. And for one job, 3,000 people or 10,000 people, right? Especially in this country where there's overpopulation. You know all the business. So, how will you find that security?
Point is you don't.
Huh?
Everybody keeps trying for it.
Huh?
The point is you don't.
We don't.
Most people don't find the security.
What are you going to do to find it? Most people don't have security. Right? None of those villagers have security. But security is, in terms of job a gender given to those who have some kind of degree, right? Higher echelon. Are you looking for that security? Are you?
Yes, yes.
Huh? How will you get it? Will your father, uncle, grandfather, grandmother pull wires? That generally happens in India, right? If you want a job, your father says, go to somebody and say, please, begs him or bribes him or flatters him or something or other to get a job. Is that what's going to happen to you? Have you thought this out at all?
Yes.
Huh? So what are you going to do? Join the Communist Party? Why not?
Well, I mean, what I would look for in life is at least whatever I did, I'd like to live happily. I mean, in a sense, without conflict. And the communists are not without conflict.
So what will you do, sir?
I don't know.
What will you do to have a life in which there is no conflict? That's what you're saying. In which you will have a security, in which you will have a happy life. Can all this be granted, taken for granted? You understand what I'm saying? You can't, can you? You can't take it for granted. To have security, to live a life without conflict, to have a life that's happy, productive, creative. How will you get it? What will you do to have this?
But doing what you really want to do, so what you're interested in.
Will that what are you interested in?
So is that possible?
Huh?
Is that possible?
He wants that.
I say it's not possible. I take life as it comes.
It is not possible. I'm not sure it is not possible. I'm pretty sure it's possible. But if it is possible, what will you do for it? How will you work for it? What your actions will be? You follow what I mean? If it is not possible, then we can look at the other. You follow what I mean?
Not to have any ties, sir.
Also?
Not to have any ties. To do whatever you want, whenever you want.
Oh, can you?
Maybe, sir. I don't know.
Can you?
Not now.
I mean, even when you grow up, can you do what you want at any time you want?
Maybe, sir. I don't know.
Is that possible?
I think so.
That is, you may want to have a great deal of money. Or you may want to have a very successful life, big man. And you may not have the capacity.
I think life is what it is now, not in the future or in the past. It is what's happening right now.
What is happening right now?
I'm sitting and listening to what you're saying.
Huh?
I'm sitting and listening to what you're saying.
Yes, but that you can listen to what I am saying, but will that bring about a happy life, a creative life, a life that's worthwhile, not wasted? You understand? Most lives are wasted, right?
Yes, after the age of 25, I think none of us are creative any longer.
Yes, sir.
We're very dull.
So, most lives are wasted, right? Right, sir? Do you want to waste your life? And you may not want it now, but circumstances, society, your parents, you follow? Everything will prevent you. You can't do what you want to do in life. I may want to be the Queen of England, I can't. I may want to be the Prime Minister, which I don't. I may want to be a businessman, I don't. I mean, you follow? I can't, because I haven't got the capacity. So, have you the capacity, please listen, have you the capacity or the energy or the drive to say, look, this is what I want to do. And I don't care if it brings me happiness, money, but this is what I want to do.
Sir, you need a great deal of courage for that.
Huh?
You need a great deal of courage for that, to say that.
Not courage. Would you call that courage?
Understanding.
No. Would you just don't use words, one word after the other. We can get lost in words. Do you need courage for this? Now just a minute. Fear and its opposite is courage. Right? This is a little bit difficult. I'll go into it, you will see. If courage is born of fear, is it courage? No. You understand? You understand? So, to say to yourself, look, I don't know what I want to do, but I'm going to find out. Not that I can do anything, that's impossible. I want to find out. How will you find out, each one of you?
Sir, I know what I don't want to do.
What is that?
That is, I reject a lot of things are placed before me. I reject each value. Since this is not for me.
What are they?
I'm not clear of what's ahead again.
Say them. Tell me what you don't want.
Like, I don't want a good job.
Right. You don't, wait. You don't want a job.
No.
Why not?
Because I feel by getting money, it's not helping me in any way.
Job implies getting up every morning, going to the office at 9 o'clock, come back at 5 for the rest of your life.
And you've got a lot of social values to
Wait, sir, go into it slowly. Have a little patience. If you want a job and you are working for a job, that's what's implied, right? From every day of your life for the next 50 years. You understand? And seeing that, you say, I don't want to do that. Right? Right? Then what is it you don't want to do?
Could you repeat that question?
You said, there are certain things I don't want to do. Right? What are the other things? You don't want a job.
No. So there are a lot of values in society which I feel are not relevant to me.
Yes.
Like owning a car, owning a refrigerator, whatever it is. I mean, I'm not going to gain any happiness that way.
No. So what will you do? I may not want to be the Prime Minister or the governor or some silly thing like that, but I have to do something in life, right? I have to act, I have to live, I have to have a shelter, clothes. What shall I do? Dance?
You work with common man, with the laborers.
Will you do that?
Yes, why not?
Not why not? Will you say, I don't want to go to an office from morning till night for the rest of my life, but I would like to do something which I want to do. What is it you want to do?
The fact is that there is a lot of disparity existing among society.
Yes, sir, those are facts.
So these facts hit me, and I'd like to help them.
Help who?
I see them in their dejected state, the poor of India.
That you want to become a social worker.
I'm not implying that, but I'm saying that I see them in their dejected state. But
it means that, sir, to help These poor people, you have to either live with them, tell them, and so on, so on, so on. Or you join an organization and they send you to help various villages. Is that what you want to do?
Yes.
Huh? Do it. And will that bring you happiness?
I wouldn't know.
Just. And will that give you tremendous satisfaction? See, that's really what I want to do for the rest of my life. And that's good enough.
Sir, now I know that a degree, if I have a degree, it gives me security in the sense that with that degree I could always earn enough money so that I can live. And after that, I go ahead and do something else, which I really actually want to do.
Will you have time to do that? Or you're all dreaming?
Yes.
I may want to earn a sufficient sum of money and then do what I want to do. But to earn sufficient amount of money, you have to work pretty
I'm not
hard.
saying that. I'm not going to save up money. I'm saying that I have a degree, yes. But I might not use the degree. I might work as something else. But I know the degree is something I can fall back on.
So all right, then having the degree, what will you do? You know, face something very clearly. The world is very difficult, right? Right? It's a cruel world, right? And it's rather mad, right? And you have to face that. That's a reality. And you may be sane, healthy. How will you meet this madness?
Sir, I think the most important thing is to go through this whole process of living, that is facing this mad world without losing your sensitivity and your and by not getting hurt.
Will you do that?
I think I'll have to do it as it comes, sort of.
So, are you prepared to face the world as it is and not yield to the things that the world is caught up in? You understand? Will you do that?
Yes.
Or are you going to be swallowed up?
I think I'll do it, sir, because otherwise you...
And not otherwise. Just think it out carefully. You may get married. Your husband will have a job. You'll have children. And you're caught in the trap. Right? And if you don't marry, it's also a trap. Right? So you have to go into this question very, very carefully. You can't just say, I want to do what I want, and all the rest of it. See, that's why I'm saying, while you are very young as now, for God's sake realize and understand and work at it, not to waste your life. You understand? The wasting of life is to be caught in this trap, in the worldly trap, in the world, what is happening in the world. That means you have to study the world. You have to know exactly what the world is. Brutal, violent, every kind of insanity that's going on. Did you read the other day in Newsweek and Time magazine? There was a religious leader called Mr. Jones. You read it?
Jones.
Just imagine it. You follow? And there are Hindu leaders, gurus, they're exactly doing the same. They don't murder, but they murder the brain of people. Huh? You understand, sir? So you must know what the world is. And are you prepared to meet that? That means you have to be extraordinarily, inwardly very strong.
So could you go into security?
To us, security means having money, job, house. Generally, that's what it means. Generally, that's what it means, doesn't it? My son is secure. He's got a very good job, and there's a promise of better, more money, more money. He's married. His wife is kind, nice, and all the rest of it. And he's settled down, right? That's what is generally called security. Do you agree to that?
It's the end of his life.
That's generally what is called security. And the parents only want that. Right, sir? Right?
I wonder, why do they want it?
Because they feel responsible only in the context of that. You understand? They think they have brought you up, you're born, they bring you up, send you to school, college, university, and say, please, settle down.
And their responsibility
Is over. They come and visit you and go visit them and, hello daddy, hello mommy, how are you? But they wash their hands off you. Right? It's a cruel world, you understand? For God's sake, face it. Don't be depressed by it, because that won't answer the question. Therefore, to face it, you must be intelligent.
Yeah, there are times when you can't help yielding to it. I mean, too much pressure. But, I mean, I do it because right now I got no alternative, sir.
Don't do anything under pressure. Go starve. I've done this. I'm saying things they're not words to me. You understand?
Even if you hurt others.
Huh?
Even if you hurt others.
How can you hurt others? What do you mean hurt others?
Okay.
Not okay. What do you mean okay?
Suppose my father wants me to do something.
Wants you to marry.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
That's it. That's the situation. And
now,
I stop.
would you mind stopping, saying okay? All right, proceed.
If he wants me to marry, and I don't want it, and I start, I will be hurting him.
What?
No, I won't. I'll be hurting myself.
What?
I understand.
Will you stand up against your father, mother, and against your grandmother? And say, wait, I may marry, but I want to finish my studies, I want to, don't push me. Will you? But they want to push you.
So I think what she's trying to imply is when she marries, they would feel secure in the end. But if she does not marry, they would feel insecure because they feel that their duty is not being completed.
That's it. So you're caught in both ways, coming and going. Now, he asked me, what is security? Most people throughout the world consider security to mean to have a job, a house, a wife, and settle down. Right? Right, sir? So every parent throughout the world wants this. Is that possible? They may want it. I may not have the capacity to pass exams. Face it. I may not be capable of living with another. So you are pushing me into a position where I may not have the capacity for this.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's something I have to find out for myself.
No, just listen. So what does security mean? We all want security, right?
So it means stagnation, sir. Stagnation.
Sir, this...
What we generally call security is stagnation.
It's conflict also. It brings about
Yes,
total
yes.
conflict in the person.
So all that brings about, the word stagnation is good, in which is implied living a life that's constant conflict, right? Constant competition with somebody fighting, right? Is that security?
You still aren't secure.
Therefore, huh?
It's false.
Huh?
It's false.
Is false. So, what is right security? Is there such thing as complete security? You understand my question? Physically, there's going to be more and more insecure, right? Overpopulation. You're following this? Everybody fighting for a better job. Which means only those people who have capacity to fight are going to win. So you see, perhaps there may be a different kind of security. Not merely physical, but perhaps if I understand there is a different kind of security, then physical security will be put in its right place. You understand? So is there another form of security?
So isn't the drive for security based on fear?
No, leave fear for the moment, of course. Is there another form of security?
So when you are a complete person, without any conflict, without any fear, probably.
Are you?
No, I'm not.
Therefore, why do you talk about it?
I'm saying probably.
No, don't ever talk about something which is not actual to you. Then you are entering into a world of supposition, theories, and get lost. You understand? Say what is you have found, what your life is. Don't imagine somebody else's. You understand? All right, so are you following? Is there another form of security? I say there is, if you are intelligent. Intelligence is total security. I'm going to show it to you. You know what the word means?
Reading between the lines.
Yeah. Not only that, Go on, work at it a little more. Use your brain. Work at it. Find out. What does intelligence mean? Not only read between the lines. What does reading between the lines mean?
Being able to see everything as a whole.
No. What I asked first, Lord boy, just listen, you people. He said reading between the lines.
You told us that last time.
Huh?
You told us that last time.
I used that. I see. I thought I recognized the repetition. It's not repetition because a good dictionary points that out. Not only read between the lines, but something more. What does reading between the lines mean? I write to you a letter. Very polite, very friendly. But if you read between the lines, you will see I may not be friendly. I may politely say all this, right? Just to cover up my timidity, my hesitancy, my anger. So you have, when you read between the lines, it implies that you must be extraordinarily sensitive to go behind the line, behind the word. Right? You get it? You get this, sir?
Sometimes you might...
Listen, no, not sir. Have you understood what I said?
Yeah, I understand.
That's good enough, just hold. It means that a mind that is intelligent is a mind that's sensitive, right? Has a grasp of the world situation. You understand? A global situation, understands human relationship, whether it is possible to live with another without quarrel, without self-centeredness. You understand? And intelligence also means to find out if there is something beyond theories, beyond beliefs, beyond rituals, all that. That is, an intelligent mind implies a religious mind, not the phony religions. I'm not talking all that nonsense, that circus that goes on. And to have good, true relationship with human beings, and a global feeling of what the world is going through. All that implies intelligence. And in that intelligence, there is complete security, not in the other. If you have that intelligence, then you can operate anywhere you like.
So can intelligence...
This is very clear.
Will you do it? Lady?
I've been thinking what you're saying, understanding, and it is clear.
It may be clear, but will you do it?
I will.
I don't doubt you, but when you say I will, you mean you will for the rest of your life, right? That means that you understand this tremendous thing, which is life.
So can intelligence be developed, or it has...
Huh?
Can it be developed, intelligence?
No. Look, listen to it carefully. Now, you look at the world as it is, right? You know what the world is? Divided, Hindu, Muslim, Jew, Arab, communist and socialist, liberal and conservative, social democrat, wars. Do you know they are spending, the world is spending on armaments $400,000 million a day, a year. Do you know what that means? That's madness. You understand this? That's madness. When each nation says, I must be prepared to fight another nation, which is also preparing to fight me, it's madness. So, religiously they are divided, right? Catholic, Protestant, Hindu, Muslim. Economically they are divided. Nationally they are divided. Racially they are divided. Right? So, this division is bringing about in the world utter chaos. You know all this? Do you? Huh? So, when you see that the division, you say, I won't be divided. I won't accept that. I'm neither a Hindu nor Muslim. You understand? Not just, I'm not. Are you like that? I don't belong to this tradition or that tradition. That is part of intelligence. That intelligence says, I cannot do certain things. I won't belong to any nation. Though I personally carry an Indian passport, I'm not an Indian. Or European, or I'm a human being. Why should I be Indian? You understand what I'm saying? Now, can you see the truth of that and say, no, that is, I'm going to stick to that. That is a fact. I won't be a fool. I won't say, well, it is true, but it is convenient to be a Hindu because I'll have a better job. You understand? Mm.
So this form of intelligence, I think, can only be developed by circumstance.
What?
This form of intelligence that you're talking about can be developed only by circumstance.
No.
I mean, if you're exposed to various influences, I mean, you move away and you try and analyze them for yourself.
What?
From when you're a child, if you're exposed to certain influences, it happens.
No. You are influenced by the Hindu, which is happening now, lady. You are exposed, you are under pressure of Muslim. So it is all there. It doesn't depend on circumstances.
So, everyone has intelligence, but
have they?
Yeah, but many people allow it to be submerged. So you don't think.
Have
so
you
I think
got?
Given the right circumstance, everyone does have a basic intelligence.
Is that so?
It is so, sir.
What makes you say so?
If you expose a person to a lot of things in life that he has not been exposed to previously, he will at least try and analyze those things, those factors for himself.
You are being exposed to this intelligence now, right? I've exposed to you this intelligence which is total security, right? Have you seen that? And therefore you are intelligent? Or you have just taken the words?
I've seen the words.
So you are intelligent that way.
So how do we know how far we've taken it as a theory and how far we've taken it as an actual?
You'll do it in your life. Taste it. My father tells me, you must go to the temple, if he does. I say, I'm sorry, I won't. But I'm sorry I can't go today, but I'll some other time, but I'm not going. I won't carry the flag.
It has happened, and
Who?
my mother told me to go to the temple, and I said I'm not going today, and she cried.
I know, poor lady. And so you say what? And you say, poor mommy, it's all right, I'll come with you.
I still didn't
For
go.
her sake,
Huh?
you go, sir.
Huh?
For your parents' sake, you go to the temple.
What?
For your parents' sake, you go to the temple.
So does that keep you from being intelligent, going to, I mean, all this tradition and culture and all, does it keep you from being intelligent?
Does what?
Does tradition and culture keep you from being intelligent?
Yes, sir. Tradition and culture prevent you from being intelligent. Tradition says, accept authority, right? They accept the authority of the priest, authority of the guru, authority of, the acceptance of authority is the lack of intelligence.
So, you go into how intelligence brings about security.
I explained it, sir.
This is very clear.
When there is intelligence, that intelligence operates. And therefore there is no fear of insecurity. Now, you want to talk about love. What do you think? What, do you have love? Do you love?
What you call them?
Do you love your parents? Do you love your sister? Do you love the rocks, the dog, the trees, the heavens and the blue sky? Do you? Do you?
I think I do.
Huh?
I do.
What?
When you talked about the heavens and the sky, the rocks,
Don't you love to look at the blue sky?
I do.
The evening stars? Don't you love to see a cloud? Right? Do you love so that you won't harm them?
I do harm them, but
I mean, just listen. You're always playing this game. Do you love? If you love, you won't hurt, will you? You'll take care. You'll look after. You're concerned. Do you? You wanted to know what love is. Somebody wanted to know.
I think love means absolute care.
Huh?
I mean, absolute care.
Actually?
Absolute care.
Yes, sir. Not when you're just baby, not just when you are very young. Care throughout the life, you people. Huh? It means, love means no jealousy, right? No fear.
Are you saying that this can exist only when there is no fear?
Absolutely. So you see what?
Sir, just a moment.
Huh?
Sir, I may still love the cloud, but I may have my own fears about things.
About cloud, of course you have no fear. A rock, it won't fall on you, so you have no fear. A tree, you love it because it doesn't harm you. But you love your father, your mother, or the man next door, he might hurt you. Or you're frightened of him, or say you're a rival to him because of a better job. You understand? If you compare yourself and try to beat him, is that love? In game or in jobs or in other ways? So love can only exist when there is no fear. When there is no jealousy, when there is no violence, when there is no antagonism, vanity. Right? Will you have all, to have that thing, will you deny all this? Put away all this? Will you?
Lead a life without conflict, you have to.
Yes, sir. To have a relationship with human beings in which there is no conflict, no fear, no antagonism.
So, it is but natural for every human being.
Oh,
It is
sir?
but natural for every human being to register pain, hurt and pleasure, whatever it is. So how do you deny it?
Why am I hurt when you call me a fool?
You're afraid of being laughed at.
No, yes,
Because
you laugh at me.
I have an image about myself.
You laugh at me and I'm hurt. Why am I hurt? And what is it that's hurt?
yeah, because I think I'm not a fool.
So, yes, which means what? Which means what? What?
My image is the one which is hurt.
What?
The image
My
is the
image.
one that's hurt, not it isn't himself that's hurt.
You haven't listened to my question. You laugh at me, or you call me a fool. I am hurt. What is it that is hurt?
The image.
You're repeating. Don't repeat anything that you don't yourself have discovered.
So it's because you think that you aren't a fool and that you think you're quite a clever person. And
So which means what? I have an image about myself, right? A picture about myself. And so when he calls me a fool or laughs at me, that image is hurt. Right? 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 So not to be hurt means to have no image about yourself. Right? Right? Have you an image about yourself? If you have, you're going to be hurt. So, not to be hurt is to have no image about yourself. That is, if I'm self-centered, you know what that word means? Self-centered. And you are self-centered. Your wife or husband, sister or whatever it is. Then each person is concerned about himself. And this concern keeps us divided. The husband goes off to the office, concerned, better job, better problem, you follow? And the wife is also concerned about herself. So they never are related. I'm sorry you are so young. Because you're going to have a terribly hard life if you're not intelligent.
So the whole of life is relationships, isn't it?
Yes, sir. The whole of life means relationship with humanity, with each other. If I have an image of myself, that I'm a big man, that I've traveled all over the world, people have written about me, I have written books, and people have worshipped me, people have said you're a great man, and blah, blah, blah. And therefore, I have an image about myself. And you come along and say, don't be a damn fool, I get hurt. Right? If I have no image, I can't get hurt. What?
It's very simple.
Then do it.
I wonder what stops us.
Huh?
It seems very simple. I don't know what's stopping me.
Do it. Test it out and do it.
What creates the image?
What creates the image?
The search for security.
That's form of security. Creating an image and living in that image. I'm a Catholic, I believe in Jesus, I'm this, I'm that, and also, you follow? And my fathers, my great-father, the propaganda of the church, all that, society, everything has created this image. And I like the image.
So it is circumstance and thought.
Yes, circumstances, society, pressure, education. When there is comparison between A and B in the school, that's creating an image. You see, instead of being happy when you're young, as you are all young, instead of being happy, all these problems are weighing down on you. You understand? Which is wrong. So education is to help you while you are young, not to face this, put away all these problems, understand them and put them away, so that your mind is young, not burdened. You understand what do it.
In that case, is it necessary to do academics?
Which implies you have a good job. You must have a good mind. It might help you.
Or may not?
It all depends on you. I never passed a single examination. I don't read serious books at all. Philosophy, religious books, Bhagavad Gita, or any of those books. They bore me. But if I'm If I'm dreadfully honest to myself, everything comes right. If I'm very honest, truthful to myself, then things come right.
Things come what?
Huh?
So can you explain that?
I was offered, when I was quite young, tremendous lot of money to go into the movies. Tremendous lot. They pursued me for 3 years. You understand? At Hollywood. And I said, sorry, I'm not interested. I don't want money. Right? I was the head of a very big organization with castles and thousands of acres. I said, this is wrong. I gave it up. So, you understand? I'm not your example. If you have to find out for yourself what is right action, which is to understand the world, human relationship, and really a religious life.
Could you say what you actually mean by a religious life?
To love. To have compassion, to understand, to have no violence. You've heard all this, will you do it? And not let your parents' society pressure you to do something.
So then your mind must be very clear as to what you want to do.
That just
Must
have
be sure.
no. First is to have a clear mind. Then it'll,
Rest will just fall in place.
which means a mind that's never in conflict, never wanting, grabbing, holding. No, this.
So what I want to ask is, can a mind which is in conflict understand such a state?
No, obviously not.
And how is it going to set about it?
First, be free of conflict.
But it is in conflict.
So understand the causes of that conflict. Look at it. Why are you in conflict? Why are human beings in conflict? Even when they get married, have sex, children, why are they in conflict?
You want more.
Huh?
You want more of the same kind of security.
Yeah,
than-
yeah. Because each person is thinking about himself, right? My family, my children, you may put your nose up, but you're going to do exactly the same thing.
So, thought is responsible for all these creations.
Huh?
Desire, thought is responsible for all these creations.
Yes, sir.
Desire. So, if we were to understand thought, that means you will be eliminating conflict. But even our daily understandings is done through thought. How do you deny this?
Understand, what do you mean by the word understand?
Like, you see another person acting in a different manner.
No,
So you
no.
try and
I ask you what you mean by the word understand, the word.
be clear.
Huh?
To understand something is to be
To be clear. What? To have a, look, To understand something, you are saying to have a clear mind, right? That is unprejudiced mind, right? That's not a confused mind. That's a mind that's not in conflict. Now, suppose I tell you something and your mind is in conflict, you won't understand it. I want to tell you something and you don't pay attention to it. Right? So attention, listening, giving your whole being to find out, that is understanding.
Sir, when you look at a rock or a tree, you just see the whole thing as it is. So, but when you try to look at a human being,
it's very difficult.
Yeah.
Because why?
Because you've already formed some ideas. Yeah.
You have formed an opinion of the person.
Or you're afraid of that person.
You're afraid of that person. He doesn't spell nicely. So you have all these things going through your mind. So you kind of push him aside. Right?
how can you not do that, sir?
Don't do it. Not how can you. There is no how. If you don't want to do something, don't do it. When you see a cobra, you don't say, please tell me how to. Right? Exactly.
Sir,
What's the time, sir?
10:35.
Are we changing all the time?
Obviously.
I mean, I don't know. When you said that you look at him as if afresh, which means when you look at him afresh without a thought of what he had done before, which means that you accept that he has changed.
That is, sir. Wait a minute. You've hurt me.
Yeah.
If I don't understand that hurt and put it away, I haven't changed. Whereas you might have changed, because you might have said something ugly to me, but you didn't mean it, and you've forgotten about it. But the hurt remains with me. So when I meet next time, when I meet you next time, that hurt comes out. You might have changed, but I haven't. You follow? So, if I put away my hurt, and you say, I'm so sorry I've hurt you, it's finished.
So in that case, how does one take any decision in that sense about a person? Any arbitrary decision?
You want a good teacher here. First-class teacher. Good brains, interested in helping you, educating you properly, and so on and so on. And he comes to the door, to the valley, and says, I want to do this. And you say, come and stay. Stay here for a week. See how you like us and how we like you. And you follow? And then things happen.
Is there any aim or purpose to the school?
Yes.
There is.
I don't know what you mean by aim or purpose. If I understand it right, why does this school exist?
Yes.
Right? It exists because to bring about a new generation of people, right? A group of children, students, who will not be caught in the trap, right? Will not.
So I don't think it is happening.
It's going to happen now. We have been discussing with the teachers yesterday morning, was it? Yes. Yesterday morning, and the Saturday morning, we spent 2 hours at each time. Yesterday, an hour and a half, and on Saturday, 2 hours, saying this is going to happen here.
Is it going to happen?
It is going to happen. If not, we'll twist Narayan's neck. And I mean it. When I say something, I mean it. I don't just fool around with words.
Krishnaji, I feel it's sort of strange, like even among this group of people, quite young, there doesn't seem to be a real urgency, a demand, not to accept
Naturally,
this.
they have never been, they're all too docile here. Right? They say, my parents tell me what to do and I will do it. Right? Right?
Yes.
Huh? But you're going to do what your parents want you to do, aren't you? So, look, this school is going to be different from yesterday morning. And I mean it. It means that all the students who will here are protected. You know what that means? Not watched over like a chicken watches over little babies, chicks, protected in the sense that you are free, that you are not frightened, that you are not under pressure of exams, of all that, so that your mind develops.
Should change.
Huh?
For that, the teacher should change.
We have gone into that.
So the teacher
If they don't change, they leave.
Is that simple?
Huh?
Is that simple?
It is.
Excuse me, sir. The teacher can't change overnight.
What?
The teacher can't change overnight.
Teachers can't change overnight? Why not?
They have their own fixed ideas which they have come.
But we say the school exists for this. If you don't fit in, please leave. That's simple.
Sir, but the teacher may want to stay for his own reasons.
You can't.
Sir?
If I am your guest, I come to your house and say, you don't smoke, I smoke. And you say, as a guest, please don't smoke. If I insist, the door is open, please go.
Sir,
Don't see?
sir, but I'm sure that all of them have understood what you have said.
Understand what you mean by up here? In their heart, they want to do this.
Yeah.
Then they stay.
But how do you know they've understood?
Huh? How do I know?
Yes, sir. If they haven't understood and they stay on,
Then
you continue as it is, sir.
No, you will very quickly find out. It doesn't take very long.
Sir, do you feel their changing will help us change?
What?
Do you feel their changing will help us change?
Do you feel their changing will help us change?
Of course.
What if you don't? What if people misuse the freedom we're giving?
I don't understand your question.
What if the students misuse the freedom?
That's part of our education, to help them not to misuse it.
What happens if you leave school and go outside?
What's that?
What happens when you leave school outside the pressure and all that?
That's why we are talking about having a small college here.
How many of you would like to stay? How many of you would like to stay with a small college here?
Put up your hand, yeah.
It's really hard. Why would you want to stay here if there's a college? Because you'll be continuing the same environment. Don't you want to change and go outside? No,
So, sir, you're going to have a college. We're going to work for it.
From when? So based on what they take students back, sir?
What's up?
Merit. Based on what? Merit. So is it on merit or you want to study? That's right.
No,
Not
you must have guts.
Because they want to stay.
Because they want to come back and also they have the ability. He's asking if you're serious about
What?
it. He's asking if you're serious about it.
What?
If you're serious about it.
Who?
College. You.
We are.
So then why wasn't this taught back before itself, sir?
Huh?
Don't think about
Why wasn't it started before? Why now?
Because people didn't want it. Because the people who were here didn't say, I have been talking about for years, they didn't, I won't go into the past.
Sir, I think if we have to do anything, we should do it right now because you
Which is going to happen, sir. We'll have to collect the money, we have to build. You follow, sir?
No, I'm not talking of the college. I'm talking about changing the school.
The whole thing.
So why do you say there shouldn't be any routine, sir?
What does routine mean? Repeating and repeating the same thing. Mechanical.
Become dull.
Huh?
You become dull.
Dull. So let's find a way of and we won't go into that now because we've been talking about all these things. And they are going to happen.
I'm glad because I thought it never happened.
It is going to happen. If Mr. Narayan can't do it, somebody else will take his place.
So is there a students' discussion tomorrow?
Huh?
There is supposed to be a students' discussion tomorrow there. I was talking to some of the children today. They said that they would be much freer to express if the staff members were not there for the students' discussions. The little children, that is.
They wanted that?
Yeah.
Yes, they were saying so, but then they're scared to express it.
Yeah, little kids.
Huh?
They're small children.
Children.
I think the smaller children, they have more freedom to express themselves than some of you. I don't think they're scared.
No, as it is the last talk, let them all come. The staff and the children and you. Anything else?
So even in the school, we do have marks and exams and all that. So what's the point in starting a college with the same thing?
So there are several colleges and universities and schools that are experimenting with not having examinations, right? I've been suggesting this for years, but I won't go into the past, right? See, unless the principals, the teachers are interested in not having examinations, no marks, no comparison, until they are really interested, the thing is impossible to produce. Do you understand? So we are trying to bring about, with all the teachers who are really interested, to see this happens.
Let's hope it happens next year you come, sir.
Huh?
Let's hope it happens by the time...
Oh, not hope. I've told Mr. Nara and the staff.
Let it happen, sir.
You're also part of it, Ravi.
Yes, sir. You're responsible for it too, not just few. I think we better stop, don't you? Or would you like to go on all the morning?
Are you tired?
Depends on you.
Are you tired?
No, this is my job.
Stop now.
I think we better stop because there are other things to do.
We've got enough to do, sir.
Huh?
We've got enough to do.
You have enough to think about, rather.